Hello, I'm here. Thank you for telling me that. I swear to God, every time... Yeah, I can read it though. It's a crapshoot every time I stream these days. Yep, now it's audible. I know how to fix it. It's just, I have two sources. I'm gonna actually change it to the higher quality microphone. I have two sources. Sometimes one of them works, sometimes the other one works, and there's no predictability to it. Oh, there's a storm, and I have a lot of water in my ship. Cool, 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 cool. Where's my... Oh, no. Where is my bucket? Where have I left my bucket? This is fine. Everything's fine. Where's the bucket? Are you using a bucket in the brig? Shh. Shh. It's fine. It's fine, except that I can't- oh, there it is. I found it. We're gonna be here a while. You're telling me I should have bilge pumps, eh? I'll check my heading in a second. Maybe we should throw some Okamon here as well, but... hold on. What is this course? I mean, we're fine. We'll be fine. I was rating it yes. We'll be good. Everything's fine. I'm thirsty, I now see. Now we like to live life on the edge here a little bit. All right, this is gonna. I'll need to adjust the helm after a little bit, but for right now, I do sail IRL. That is correct. It's a lot of water, actually. I didn't want to sleep this long. Something about the way that that rain was hitting the water made me feel like I was falling off the ship, and it gave me, like, vertigo for a second. Okay, I need to check the heading again. I have the jib, and that is all, so we are making very little progress, but that's okay. Yeah, no, we gotta go. Yes, the only reason that I made it... we were going to, Gold Rock City. I'm being blown so far off course. In fact, I am being blown off course faster than I am recovering. What is my sail doing? Hello? No wonder we're not going anywhere. Where's the wind? Oh. Okay, wind has changed. I understand. I understand now what has occurred. Okay, well, that should help. I don't really want to throw down squares when the ship is moving this much, but we can... I'll just do like a little. Oh my god, that's so much water. We're fine. We're fine. This is fine. No, I have actually... I've been in a tiny boat once. No, twice. And by tiny boat, I mean... like yacht-sized or smaller. And it was to do some whale watching in California. But anyway, in the middle of saying something, I got distracted. We were on the way to... oh my god, the sea is huge. We were on our way to Gold Rock City, and the game updated to have like this damage mechanic in the middle of our journey, and I didn't realize that it was coming. So we had no bucket and a fairly damaged ship. Like, it looked like this. And the only way that I got to Gold Rock City was to like drink a ton of my water and keep using the barrels to bail, and then just scream and pray. Hey, Airmath, nice to see ya. How you doing? It's daytime already. I have no idea what our heading is right now. We should have... we barely fixed it. But we're also barely moving. Whoopsie. So, now that I can see, we can make some more, like, actual adjustments. Boy, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I need... I'm trying to... I mean, we're going. It's fine. We're fixing it, but... Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep bailing. We're fixing it enough. I don't know that we're gonna not have clouds in order to take a reading at noon today on the sun compass. But yes, my boat is full of milk. We are draining the milk off the side. I don't need this much milk. I have no cookies. Well, that was a rough night to come back to. I don't remember it being like that when I quit last week. It's also not Christmas. Exactly. We don't need this much milk. I nearly hit the wrong button and dropped my bucket off the side of the ship. No, the brig loves to just hold water. It's quite hard to keep it empty, but I'm just a sucker for brigs, you know? They're my favorite kind of ship. They're the ship I learned to sail on. I love me brig. I do have a YouTube channel. It's not, like, I don't really put effort into it. It's literally just where I put VODs of streams now that Twitch doesn't let you store them on Twitch anymore. Okay, this is good enough. We have the luxury of taking on some water now. So, let's figure out... I mean, our course is a lot better now. We're doing okay. The wind, not super what I would like to see, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, the waves. I don't know that I want to actually have this square out. We'll see. It's still partially furled, so... Wrong button. Now, you know what? I'll leave this. That's fine. We're just gonna adjust its position a little bit. And then keep bailing. Am I hungry? I don't know. Good morning, Helix. How are you doing? Good to see ya. Yeah, I just ended up... It was in October, the last time I was on a tall ship. I was helping some of my friends take a schooner down from... down to Charleston, South Carolina, around Cape Hatteras. And that was lovely. It was nice to be back on tall ships for a while. I'm not used to being awake this early. That is true. I feel like I never see you until like 3 p.m. my time. Yeah, no, I was sailing on the schooner Dennis Sullivan. I had happened to make friends with some of their crew years ago, probably like 2012. Back when they, whoopsie, still mostly were sailing Roseway. It's noon. It's 11 here, currently. Whoops, still am not dropping that right. Okay. How do I feel about this course? I think I feel okay about this course. We'll let the helm correct itself a little bit. We are heading to Gold Rock City. Which, check out my fancy stream setup here. It's not janky at all. Voila! This is where we were last week. That we will now no longer be able to track because there's not enough sunlight to measure. So we're gonna take a solid guess. Hey Ouija, how you doing? Nice to see ya. You missed the gigantic storm overnight that nearly sank us. There was a lot of rain and gigundo waves, which the waves are still kind of pretty big, but... Why is it full of milk? Everybody says it's full of milk. Oopsie. Okay, but we've almost bailed it. I almost bailed out an entire brig, and it only took me like 12 hours. Been doing this all night. Okay, good enough for now. Stop putting water in my ship! Okay, great. I love this heading. We're holding steady the way that the sails are balanced right now. Not going very fast. I guess I'll check how fast. I am burning oil. I don't need to be burning oil. And candles. Okay, where's my chip log? Here it is. How fast we going? When the waves settle a little bit more, I'd like to throw down some more sail, but for now, I don't feel great about it. The waves are so intense, it's not even like reading the speed because it keeps... The weight of the chip log keeps getting thrown up into the air. So I'm gonna say we're going like 2, probably 3 knots. Not super fast right now. God, this wind angle. Okay, I need to trim this. This is doing very little for us. My square at this point is basically going to be pushing me backwards a little bit. So it's spanker time, but that's going to cause us to heel a lot. And I just took on a lot more water, I saw already. We've got some sunlight though. How close are we to noon? Okay, it's bright enough that we can take a reading at least at noon. Not even chips. No chip. You're right. Are there potatoes anywhere? Okay, I don't want to go this far east. Which I guess is not surprising. Our course changed because we put the spanker down, and the sail area of the spanker is larger than the sail area of our jib, which means that the butt of the ship is getting pushed to the left. We're getting pushed to the right in the front, and that's why we're turning east. I don't want to turn east. I want to turn a little east, but to compensate for the fact that we sailed through a lot of the night going northwest. Mostly on accident, but I also need food. Are there potatoes in Astron? Well, I guess we'll find out when we get there. I'm gonna eat this piece of fish. No. Yes. No. No. I'm not gonna eat that piece of fish. I've been saving that piece of fish because I want to eat it when I only want a little bit of food so that I can sleep. Where are oranges? Where did I put my oranges? Or I'm gonna get scurvy. There we go. I found them. And dropped it on the deck on accident. I never realized it said it was a dried orange. That sounds so much more miserable to eat. Okay. Recovering a little bit. So what have you all been up to over the weekend? Now that we are a little steadier and not in imminent risk of drowning. Yeah, they don't rot when they're dried, but somehow I kind of assumed, like, just oranges in general tend to last for a while, so I didn't really think about the fact that the oranges would be dried and kind of gross. Look at these beam seas, this is disgusting. Can we stop? You can see, like, this wave is coming straight from the side of the ship. That's called beam seas. Not really what you want, because as you can see, it causes you to lean quite a lot. To heel to the side. Don't super love it, but this is the direction we have to go, so... I am not going to change my course just to avoid healing. I want to finish bailing the ship, but I also don't want to miss noon for our navigational reading. Oh, whoops. Sorry, forgot to turn my auto page refresher off. Hold on a second. My bad. Let me turn it off real quick. No, shush. I have a... It basically refreshes... Sorry, there you go. It basically refreshes all of the work that I might be able to take during the day as a writer. Think of it like refreshing your LinkedIn feed. I have it set up to automate that kind of thing. How are we looking? Pretty close. I'll bail a little bit more, but I don't want to miss the reading. We're dry! Ah, we've done it. Alright, I'm gonna take a reading like this, and, well, I'll take a reading with the sun compass first, because that one is a little more time sensitive. Where is south? Just kidding, we still have a little while, so... How are we going northwest again? I forgot to change the helm. Well... I promise I know how to sail a ship. I was just distracted by bailing water. I was like, oh, the wind turned out to be so nice. Look at that. No, that was a lie. That was a falsehood. We are moving right back into the wind. I don't want to throw myself in irons. That's why I keep looking. Like, we won't. Or at least we shouldn't. What happened to my trade winds, yo? Alright. The Spanker's gonna keep pushing us, so... Where am I coming from? Gold Rock City. Chat decided we were going to Astron. Which is where I started. I've had this brig the whole time. Well, I started in whatever the Astron version of the tiny ship is. I can never keep track of which one's which. Is that the Dow? Can't see anything. No, it's the other way around, yeah. Yeah, we're going from Gold Rock City to Astron. The cog, yeah. And my memory of the cog is essentially... Okay, I guess I have to pay attention real quick. Okay, okay. Keep that in my brain for a second. And then we'll take a reading with this and make sure that they line up. Uh, 32, 30. 32. Yeah, that seems about right. Hold on. Let me check my heading again, make sure we're not... Okay, I don't mind this. We are ending up a little bit further than I would hope. But let me just... Let me just make my note real quick here. Oops. I am such a good streamer. Definitely just doing all of this so good. Here we go. Alright, let me check my heading one more time, make sure we... Yep, this is fine. Okay. So... Let's look at this real quick, right? This is our charting from last time. Don't at me about the triangles. I understand that that's not the correct mark. That's what we're using, because I don't have a half circle. So we... Hold on, I need to look at the... I need to look at the chrono compass again. Okay. Where's me guy here? just had to look at the positive and negative values here. Jade, nice to see ya! Thank you for the resub. How you doing? 32, 30. There's no shot. And then this was... I have to do math again. Does that check out? That part checks out. Okay. So... I'm gonna mark this reading, even though something is not accurate. Because that's what we do. It is possible that my chrono compass was not properly calibrated for the day 2 stuff. Because according to the chrono compass, we are approximately right here. So we're gonna leave that for now. And we'll check against the quadrant tonight. And we will see. That does leave us on roughly the same trajectory as normal. So that's fine. Alright. Hi, Sleepy. Yeah, so which is to say a little bit further east. The wind is now utter garbage, so we're not going to be making nearly as good a time as we did at first. How's Gladio doing? He's doing wonderful. He's sleepy. And he doesn't feel good usually this time of year. But he's doing okay. He was enjoying his egg. Alright. I think maybe I'm gonna crack into one of these bad boys. Not the coconuts. Those are my those are my quest. How about some fish? Did I leave fish on the... Uh-oh. Did I leave fish on the stove? My fish washer isn't here. In chat today. Unless that was you, Shade. Okay, actually, there is still fish here. I was kind of joking. Lovely. This raw eel... It's obviously been here kind of for a little while now, so... So I don't really want it to spoil because eel is really, really good. But I don't just want to cook it by itself. That's a waste, you know? I guess I could start cooking it to make sure that it's preserved and then keep fishing in the meantime. Or there's just no fish. Hello, guys. Please. Before my eel spoils. Really? Not a single fish out here? I forgot, last week we caught 2 fish and that was every fish in the ocean, so we emptied it out. Yeah, maybe I should just cut it and cook it that way. Because it does kind of take forever, so... Oh! Alright, cool. Fish. Fish! You love to see it. Like, I'm kind of... If this is another eel, I might actually smoke them. That's gonna... It is another eel. It's gonna take a long time, but eel is just, like, really good, you know? Alright. No! 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 He went rotten in the 5 seconds I was fishing! Oh no. I should have started cooking him. Oh, Mr. Eel. I'm so sorry. I should check my heading real quick. I'm gonna end up in irons if I stay this direction. Oh, actually, we're okay. No, this is okay. I was a little bit more off-center than I thought. Oh, why? My poor eel. Okay. He left the ocean for nothing. My poor man. If Shabil shows up, I'll blame him anyway. He is the carrot watcher, yes, but... This is no eel. Oh, this is one of those garbage... Oh no, this is a tuna. That's fine. I like tuna. I don't mind me a tuna. What are you, actually? Wait, what is a blackfin hunter? I have never seen such a thing. Get in the smoker. Yo, this fishing hook is lasting forever, though, and that's fantastic. I love that. I'm really trying not to die of sleeplessness, because the sun is going down and I want to sleep overnight. But I would love, like, one more eel. The eels are not going to burn overnight. Although I guess you can't really burn things in the smoker. That's, in fact, kind of the point. Oh yeah, you can, can't you? I'm pretty sure you can. Actually, now that I think about it. Given how long this voyage might be, I really have no desire to salt very much. Since water is kind of the... Another one of these things. Oh no, it's a shimmer guy. I hate these things. They don't smoke very fast. Alright, I'm not gonna die of sleep just yet. The shimmer tail, I think maybe I'll keep him overnight. He's not gonna be fresh anymore. But then he shouldn't spoil, I don't think. And then tomorrow, when I wake up, I will slice him to pieces and cook him. But I don't want to do that overnight because I'm pretty sure he will burn if I just start to cook him and then go to sleep. Ooh, is this an eel? Give me eel! Eel, my beloved! I'm sorry about your friend. I didn't mean it. I'm pretty sure I can fit one more thing onto the smoker, but we cool. It's fine. I might even be able to fit more than that. Alright, you, buddy. You're gonna sit on this table until tomorrow. You. Nope. Let's not throw that overboard. I'm so sorry, Mr. Eel. Goodbye. I don't want to think about you anymore because I'm sad. Alright, the ship is holding a course that I am... Oh god. It's a lot closer to in irons than I would like. I don't know how I feel about leaving the spanker down overnight. I know it's not a spanker. Technically, it's like a gaff or something. But to me, on a brig like Niagara, it is a spanker, so... The salt just takes up so much of my water supply, you know? Okay. I am happy with this heading. We're not holding it, though. So I need to stabilize things here. And that might mean taking in the spanker a little bit, which makes me sad, but... I know, the spanker's like barely down, but... How many people on the IRL Briggs crew? I'm trying to think. There was probably 25-ish? 30 at most. Ooh, I am going to die of sleep. I might end up in irons. I didn't have that like fully taken care of before I went to sleep. Yeah, we were sailing just fine with, I'm pretty sure, like 25 people. I'm kind of bad at estimating numbers of people, but I mean, my watch by itself, I would say probably my watch had like, yeah, like 8 people-ish, and obviously you have 3 watches, so automatically that's 24 people. And people like the captain are not on a watch, right? Alright, let me check my heading real quick. This is fine. I actually don't mind this unless the wind has shifted, but it's fine. How long was that boat? 100 feet. Pretty sure it was 100 feet. Let me look. Flagship Niagara. Feet. Where are you? Far length. I'm kind of like a fair bit underwater. Yes, LOD is 109 feet. So that would be from stern to bow. Okay. Okay, the water isn't actually as bad as it seems. I need to take a quadrant reading. Which means I need some kind of light. Just to figure out where I am. Okay, here's my quadrant. Now I need to get out of the light and look around, and I can't see... Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. See, now that is a wildly different reading than we got during the day. I think that the chrono compass was not calibrated properly. Because yes, that reading did not make sense. And we knew that as soon as we... Yeah. As soon as we took it, so... And heading still north-northeast. Yeah. I'm fine with the more northwardly turn. That's cool. So we take this. The reading that we just took was much north-northeast course, right? Toward Fort Astron. So we were going, this is essentially north-northeast. So Dead Reckoning would put us approximately here. For right now, but we can take a more accurate measurement today. How are we looking? Oh, the wind has changed. Things are great. I am loving life. This is fantastic. Calm seas, following winds. Give. I'm not going to throw the spanker out just yet. I'm not sure we need that much. Cool. That is not fully lined up, but let's get ourselves going here. Drop the squares! Yes! Finally! Wrong one. I don't want the topsail first. How do I feel about that angle? That angle's probably fine. Maybe I should throw some oakum into the ship. Chat voted against it last week. Little more. Little more. Okay, I feel fine with this. We can put the tops up, I just didn't want to do the tops before the mains. In my defense, I didn't really know what I was voting for. I mean, it's fine. Our ship is not really in much danger. Ah, are we slippy shippy right now? Dang it, I just threw all my sails. How bad is it? It's not actually that bad. It's kind of bad, actually. Dang it. Alright. That's fine. Alright, it's starting up again. Give it a second. Do you also get that? We call it slippy shippy. It's where the physics kind of goes weird after you sleep. And so you, like, slide all over the place. It only happens sometimes. What happened? I woke up from sleep and the ship, like, swings really aggressively back and forth. Like, it's a physics thing. It's not intentional, you know. Oh, my mouse is so sensitive. I do have mods, yeah. So it's happened for as long as I've played the game, so I'm like super used to it. Don't worry, just filled up my ship a little bit there. Alright. What time is it? Not noon. That's all I need to know. Alright, we'll leave that for just a moment. That's fine. We can trim that in a second. I mean, yeah, we just trimmed all of these. Whoops, not the spanker. I don't really want the spanker right now. Like, we could. What does the drag mod do? I have, like, the expanded shipyard. Mostly because it comes with other ships, I think. Alright. How we feel about this? I feel okay about this. This is fine. Trim this in a little bit. That's fine. Look at it. All nice and swollen up. That'll change the position of the ship a little bit, but the helm is mostly managing itself, so we cool. I didn't smoke my fish! I meant to start smoking them overnight. Where's my open firewood? It's around here somewhere. Here we go. The whole point was that I was gonna start smoking them before I slept. Alright. We should be schmoovin. Let me check real quick. And then we need to get ready for daily reading. Yeah, 5 knots-ish. Better than before. It's so nice to maintain a steady course. Truly. I do... Yeah, I guess that our reading on day 2 just was not as accurate as we thought it was, you know? Because now we have 2 readings that are disagreeing with it, so... I mean, what do you expect when you ask me to do math, you know? Also, I now realize that I forgot to make an announcement in my Discord that America had daylight savings time. So, whoopsie. For some of you, I guess this stream probably happened at a time you didn't expect. Ah, yeah. No, that does seem nice, more realistic. Look at this bucket technique, right? I'm a god. Where's the sun? Uh-oh. Okay, this was not as bad as I expected. We're fine. No, Raw Lion has never been in this chat. Making fun of me. I keep dropping my bucket of Butterfingers over here. But like, on the one hand, where's the fun in the bilge pump, you know? On the other hand, Briggs kind of need bilge pumps. That was how the bounty sank. For real. In real life. That was 2012, I guess, which is ridiculous that that was more than a decade ago. I think it was 2012. No, no. The dev definitely didn't come into this chat and say, maybe I should patch the things you're doing. That didn't happen. I wanna bail the ship before we get our noon reading. But I think we're making pretty good time. In the sense that right now we're not really running up against the time limit of the gold that we're taking to Aestrin, so that's something because that's worth a lot of money and I want the giant ship that's there. I could have had that giant ship a long time ago, but I keep buying things. There's so much more water than it looks like. There. Glorious. Okay, yeah, that's much closer. Thank God it's not raining. Yeah, I tell ya. Because that's the thing. When I was going from Dragon Cliffs to Gold Rock City, which was the voyage we were doing when that ship damage update happened, we were like halfway. I didn't have a bucket. And we were in the middle of a storm as well. So I loaded in and was just like, oh my god, my ship is almost sunk already. And then we panicked and did all of the water barrel things. And then accidentally, I filled my drinking bottle with salt water. It was really... Boy, we really limped into Gold Rock City. Could my rigging get out of the way, please? So one thing, like, I would like to see Raw Lion do, and I'm pretty sure they mentioned it, was, like, letting you empty the salt water from your drinking thing, you know? Anytime. Anytime now. There we go. Okay. Thank you. And then we will take a reading with this to compare. I'm gonna go up here this time, away from my rigging. I'm sorry, I'm doing math. Okay, well, wait, actually, I wanna... No. Oopsie. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let me check my heading one more time. Make sure we're still... Yep. Holding steady, essentially. A little bit more north. I do want that. That's not just drift. Yeah, we're filling with water a little bit again. Okay, math. Math in my brain. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, so if you're wondering what I'm doing, right? Every 4 minutes is 1 degree of longitude. So we were looking at this and it was 12, what was it? Like 12-12-ish. But obviously how fast you run to this thing matters because that hand is going to move, you know, fairly quickly. So you have a little bit of wiggle room there. And then taking the reading from here as well, we're looking at the center sticky uppy thing, right, is casting a shadow. And we're trying to line up the horizontal thing with the tip of the shadow. And then we're looking at the top, where it says 30 to 40 or whatever, is our latitude. So let's take another look as we sail in exactly the line that I want to be in. So, I forgot to label this. Give me a second to label this. This was day 3, 24. Basically. That's what we call it, even though it doesn't really matter what time of night we do it. We might want to turn more north. Hold on a second. We'll see. Give me a second. So you can do that. I just happen to have my chrono compass in a location where I'm standing in the shade when I'm looking at it, you know? So I have to like run over and look real quick. I always line this up south. You don't have to. The longitude is really... I do think that we want to stick a little bit further north here. Because our longitude is suggesting that we have moved quite far to the east. So let's take another little pass here. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. I could do it the other way around, right? Where I have the chrono compass in my inventory. And oh no, that would make more sense. I mean... So... we should just be kind of near Happy Bay. A little bit. We do want to turn basically straight north. Depending on what we're reading, we're kind of like over in this general region. I can't quite get the triangle to encapsulate where we are. I wish that the center of the triangle would show up where my mouse is so that I could be a little bit more accurate. So yeah, we're turning basically straight north now. Which we are in fact doing, you will note, so. Thankfully the ship just kind of did that itself. Which is nice, and yep, okay. I don't mind the jib that way. Me fish? Okay. Fish. So the other thing that we can do, let me bring up the chart again. Yep, I'm fine with that. How's my hunger? We're good. So if we bring up our chart, obviously our day 2 readings were incorrect on the latitude. We did not go straight east. You know, we would have had to look at the compass direction if this was right and we had ended up on the line essentially where it says today when we took our reading. So yesterday was probably incorrect because you can see if we go from the center of the compass, we were not going fairly hard east. That does not align with what we were dead reckoning. So we were going, well, I guess I can do it this way since we have the benefit of being in paint. We were going this-ish, which means that we should still be fairly on track to Astron, and yet somehow we're getting a reading of latitude, or sorry, longitude like 3. So we're gonna actually reckon pretty large here. Because our readings are conflicting with the compass. Which means something isn't calibrated right. You know? So we need to be a little more attendant for the quadrant reading tonight. Quadrant is going to tell us latitude. We could read Milnead for longitude, but... yeah, I wanted like an actual map. I know that there's a charting kit in the game, but I think like with the mods and stuff, I was having a hard time getting it to work. And I like mine better, you know? So I guess the other thing that I forgot to do just now, when you dead reckon, you should make your actual line. That is good practice. Right? Because you know what your compass heading is like right now. Alright. So we are chilling. I'm happy with that. Sun's going down. I'm not gonna sleep through the night, sadly. So we're gonna have to do some nighttime sailing. I don't have water. I don't like to do nighttime sailing because I and you can't see anything. I'll turn some lamps on and maybe we'll chop some fish or whatever. Who was on fish duty? I just remembered my fish I was supposed to cook during the day. Shade. I'm fine with this drift a little bit. I'm just potato guy. We have no potatoes right now. Okay. I'm chilling then. Uh-huh. I don't super want to drift this far. There's fish right now, but if we're gonna do mill need, we need to pay attention. Where's the tobacco? I have no tobacco with me right now. So mill need reading happens at 1900, which is a bit more than an hour from now. The heck was that? It's perfectly sunny outside. That sounded like thunder in real life, not in the game. Which one is it, though? It's... Can we see the moon? Ooh, it's a little foggy. I mean, if we can't see the moon, we can't really do it. I don't know why I'm bothering to look, like, bow to stern. The sun is clearly right there, so the moon would be over here. It's still too soon, but I'd like for the moon to rise, like, a little bit. The bird thing is a mod. It's... I want to say it's called, like, realistic sea encounters or something. It's the same thing that lets there be whales. It's so foggy. Or, like, hazy. I have time to go get some food. Give cheese! Delicious cheese. Thank you. If the sun is setting in the west, the moon should be rising in the east, please. Am I being a dum-dum? Oh shoot, if the moon does show up, I need my quadrant to take a reading. Put the quadrant in my hands! Please. Please, why can't I pick it up? Oh my god. Give me the quadrant. Jeez. Oh, that's true. I mean... Where's... Eh. Eh. It's past 17, but... But isn't Millnead supposed to be in the west? That's where the sun is. I have disoriented myself. But I mean, we could take a regular reading. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Milneed's supposed to be in the west. Which, upon consideration, doesn't make sense because the sun sets in the west. I mean, where's the moon at all? Is this just a new moon night and we just happen to decide to take a reading on the night when there isn't a moon? Okay, well, North Star should be north, so we can take a reading there. So, my screen is super dusty, which makes this really hard. Yeah, one would assume, right? I'm gonna let it darken a little bit. Okay, it's a little bit darker. I can't see anything. This is the side of my ship. Okay. Heading, okay, there was the mast. Here's my dock line. Is this it? Why do none of these constellations look correct? Oh no, that's it. It's just that my sail is in the way. Hold on. Okay, that's my anchor. I need to turn on a lamp. I hope I drop that onto the ship. Okay, okay. I'm centered. There should be... Where's my mast? Okay, okay. Christ. I can see now. But now I've lost the constellation. I have never in my life had a hard time finding... I'm gonna go up to the poop deck. Because, geez. No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go up here. Oh, I can't climb this with a quadrant. Fine. Alright, buddy. Ah, but that's... I have a sail out here somewhere that's making it really hard to find this. There we go. $35. Jeez. Why is it called a poop deck? I have no idea. Actually. I have no idea. Me fish. Oh, I burnt this one. Boy, I am a horrible cook. Okay, those things cook fast, it turns out. Those little guys. To be fair, I didn't check him before I wrecked him. Alright, and our course, the helm is basically dead center. We're heading a little bit northwest. I'm fine with that based on where we are, allegedly. I'm gonna take another reading. Yep, 35. Two readings agree with each other, so... And I'm good on sleep for now, so let's hop back to this. We have been going essentially northwest a little bit from... It won't let me quite be on top of this. Like, very, very slightly northwest, right? And if we're reading at 35, I can't read... It was 35 approaching 36, so I can't read longitude right now. Which means that, you know, if we follow this course backwards a little bit. $35 approaching 36 on the course that we were on. That was not right because it's really hard to draw these triangles. Is like there-ish. So we are inside this triangle, the bigger triangle that we made. We weren't sure before, and we're kind of narrowing it down, you know? So, I'm gonna sleep, because I do believe we probably want to head a little bit further to the northwest. But we don't necessarily need to do it now. I'm not gonna sleep for very long. I thought you were much to the west. That's why I'm heading mostly north. I need another reading today to really help triangulate where we are. Because the longitude is just, like, not lining up the way that I expected. Like, we're fine on latitude. I feel fine about the latitude readings that we've taken. It's the longitude that's not checking out. Again, didn't super want to sleep this long. I intentionally didn't eat because I didn't want to sleep this long. There we go. The wind has shifted. Of course it has. What direction are we going? North, northwest. Alright, I'm gonna put down these tops. We don't need that much drive when we aren't 100% sure what course we should be taking. Wrong thing. Just go north to 40 and then see if it's left or right. I mean, that is why we're going mostly north. My squares are really not doing me any favors right now. Where's my winch? Here it is. I always sleep with the lantern on, and I really shouldn't do that. What is... Oh, it's a smudge on my screen. I thought it was land. My bad. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the squares, and I'm gonna leave the jib, or like the main squares and the jib. I'm just gonna put down the tops. Yep, okay. That's fine. Sure. That's cool. My food and water state should stop me from sleeping all the way through the day as well. Sunrise? No sunrise. The moon! Nice to see ya. Little late there, buddy. Hold on. I'm gonna grab my quadrant one more time. So nice to be able to see the ship. Because now this constellation should have moved. Yep, there it is. Of course, it's right behind my jib. Yuppers, still 35. Feeling good about the latitude. Alright. Sunrise-ish, so we don't need these anymore. I'd rather go a little bit too far to the west, given how the wind is blowing. So it'll be a lot easier to go east if we've gone too far to the west than it will be to go the other way. Let's spend our morning, oopsie, wrong barrel. Our morning bailing as usual. I'm gonna wait until it gets a little bit brighter outside so I don't step off the side of the ship. Haven't done that before for sure. Ah, we can see. This is, okay, so this... I can't quite... You can't quite see it anymore, but like right here-ish is Milneed, which is how we were going to take longitude. But now I have to wait for the sun compass again. Well, sun compass and chrono compass. Chronometer. No chrono compass, that's correct. This is a chronometer. But I do... I do kind of... Oh wait, are we slippy shippy again? Maybe not? Ugh. Again, beam seas though. And the wind, the wind is not super favorable to squares anymore, which sucks. Like, you can see that they're still filling like a little bit, but I'm gonna switch to the spanker. They're still under tension, right? You can tell by the winch. Alright, that's fine. We are gonna have to overcorrect. You can see it's pushing us pretty far west. I also need to adjust this. How are we looking here? Beautiful sunrise, though. The moon is in the same direction as the sun, and it must have been a new moon because it's a crescent now. Look at that. Okay, we are so barely compensating north. That spanker is just a little bit too much, given the wind direction. Just a little bit. No, the spanker is not set all the way because the wind is too strong. It's gonna shove me, like, way too far west because the jib can't outcompete it. And I would like to be heading north. But while we turn a little bit, bail time. Nah, it stays all cronkly back there. I think it's just a visual thing, you know. I don't think it's a functional thing. Or at least that's the way I've always treated it. Butterfingers. Dropping my bucket. My fish! I've just remembered my fish! Okay, they're doing okay. Oh, this is empty. Get out of here. Are these fishing hooks? Yeah. Alright, new thing of firewood. No, no. Did not. Oh, didn't mean to do that. There we go. I'm gonna pretend that only needs 2 in order to finish them. Alright, how have we corrected? Very little, but we are going, so. So I guess before I forget, because I've been so focused, Friday, I know normally I would stream Thursday, but Friday, I will be at, I guess I'll get you the link in a second, Speed Ducks this time because it is bird themed. we will be raising money for Kit, who is in a rough spot at the moment. I'll be running the pathless, all bosses. I think CJ put my estimate at 2 hours 15, and we did 2:17 last week with me just putzing around for 10 minutes, so... So come say hi. I'll give you the link in just a second. But I won't have the opportunity to ask if anybody is doing fun things for the weekend. So tell me now. Alright, we are correcting. Little by little. Here is the link for where the marathon will be. Here is the link for the schedule. Should be a lot of fun. Lots of birds. You know? Okay, I'm happy with North. I'm gonna free that. I had it locked. It should self-correct a little bit. The moon betrayed me. I can't believe it. Ooh, there's a regatta. Nice. We'll see about this course for now. We have just started playing Lies of P. So we're probably going to spend most of the weekend doing that. Been enjoying it so far. I am the one playing this time. Usually Husbando likes to... Usually the way we do it is for Souls likes. Husbando will play first, and then when he gets frustrated, I'll take over, and then we switch back and forth, you know? But this time, it's the other way. I've been playing, and then when I get frustrated, Husbando takes over. Only catamarans. I can't remember... When I was on Denny in October, one of the guys, also on Charlie Watch, kept talking about... I'm pretty sure he was also talking about a catamaran that he wanted to build. Can't remember the specs now, but he would talk about it at great length about how excited he was that it was going to go really fast. I wish I could remember literally anything he said about it. But at that point, like, most of the time when I was talking to him about it, it was like, you know, 3 a.m. And I was just like, desperately, why are we so hard that direction? I was desperately trying to just focus on, like, you know, the helm or whatever I was doing at the moment. And I'm like, man, I'm happy for you with your catamaran, dude, but please just be quiet. I'm sleepy. I'm trying to do navigation, you know. I forgot to mark our overnight navigation. Did I? Did I mark us? I can check in a second, I guess. I just want to steady us out here. Fish! Just kidding, there's fish! You guys cooked yet? No. Alright, so we should be catching fish pretty quickly. There's like a school of them under us right now. But yeah, like he just... That's my primary memory of him, is just talking about the ship that he wanted to build. And me... Because like in the real world, when you're doing navigation, you have to do math, right? Like in this game, you don't have like magnetic offset and stuff. Oh, he took my hook. Oh, actually I wanted to just drop that on the floor. Drop that on the floor, please. You know, so you have to do math. You have to do this whole like formula of like this number minus this number unless you're going this way, and then it's a different number, and you have to look up like the reference number that you're going against, and you have to convert into minutes. And I'm like, bro, please, you're talking about these numbers for your catamaran and I am doing numbers in my head. Please stop, you know? I'm gonna check my heading in a minute. We've got another eel. You'll love to see it. Don't want to be going that hard northwest, but I knew we were gonna be drifting, so... I had, like, a cheat sheet in my pocket at all times. Of it, like, super clearly written out, and I had, like, an example and everything, because I just can't... I can't keep the numbers straight if I don't have a sample to go against, you know? Alright, better. Like that better. By the time I'm done this time, we're probably gonna be heading a little bit east. But that's cool. That's fine. I really, really like navigation. I just dislike... like, I'm not good at math. Like, even just day-to-day math, I am not super good at. I wish I was. I try. My brain just thinks synesthetically. So when I see numbers in my brain, I see them on like a... Oh, it's difficult to describe. On like a ribbon in front of me. And some numbers, like the ribbon isn't a straight line. It's like if you had this like flappy silk sash going away from you, and so there's like rises and falls and stuff. And sometimes basic numbers, they're always in the same spot. So some of them are invisible to me, like they dip beneath the surface of the fabric or whatever, and I can't see them, so it makes it harder to do math with those numbers. 7 and 8, for example, are not visible to me. So if you ask me what 7 plus 4, 5, or 6 is, I have to do either 7 plus 7 or 7 plus 3, both of which I know, and then figure it out from there because I don't remember. Yeah, so we have swung east, as I said that we would. So yeah, I'm not, not good at math. Like colors and stuff, yeah. Yeah, I see music in colors, I see letters and numbers in colors. Sometimes that helps me to remember, like my dad's birthday is blue and red. And so I automatically remember, like even if I just remember that it's blue and red, it therefore must be October 24th, you know? But sometimes it makes things harder to remember, you know, if the thought of it clashes with... That's more the reading I expected. Thank you. Beautiful. We are fixing our error from day 3. Yes, yes, we are fixing our reading. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Well, I guess I should check our heading. I don't want to be heading east, please. We are done heading east. Thank you. I'd like to be north. Now I've forgotten my numbers. Thankfully with this one it doesn't need to be noon. You can still read it. Because I'm reading this still as... Oh, hold on. I'm reading this still as 3 to 4. So... You're reading 3 also? Yeah. Whoopsie. God, I can't put it on the ship. Okay. Yes, now we should be able to get the wind helping us out here. Good. I feel very confident about this reading. We have corrected our mistake from before. We're at 35, -3. I'm gonna call it -3. Well, let's call it -3.5. I'm not gonna mark it though until we turn, so... And I mean, we read 35 just now, and we read 35 on the quadrant at night, so that checks out. And I'll trim sails as appropriate as we actually get to where we're trying to turn to, you know? Although with the spanker, with the wind being exactly the direction it is right now, it's gonna take a while to turn, so. Let's pop this back open. You can't do this on a real world map, but we can do it here. So yes, we are, if I may triangulate for a minute, right? We are essentially... No, that's closer to 4. I'm gonna call us, like, on the line at 35. I'm sorry. Yeah, -3.5. This is right. Like there. Heading. We need to be... We see, like, the day 3 readings were incorrect. So... And so was the day 2, which we knew from last time. So in order to get to the fort, we need to be heading essentially... Conveniently, we can take this. We need to head essentially probably like 34 on the compass. Which is very slightly north. To the north of northeast. Is where we're heading. Cool. Cool. So, that's where we're trying to get right now. Obviously the ship drifted while I was doing that. This wind, though. Yeah, make it 25 to 30 to correct drift. Alright, let's... I'd like to stay about right here. Maybe like a smidge more, but we'll probably need to correct ourselves. Let me check on my eel real quick. Guys, please cook. We are still heading to Astron. We just, we took a couple incorrect readings, which kind of slowed our roll a little bit. That's fine. What is happening here? To get potatoes! Yeah. This is fine, I guess. We'll deal with it. Hey, Sacho! Nice to see ya. How you doing? Okay, I've got a lot of fish that I can cook. I'm gonna... This guy's really easy to smoke, actually. If I throw him on here, he might be done at the same time as the eel. That eel's never gonna be done. Let's do this. Oh, you can only do 3. Okay, fine. Fine, fine. Oh, I'm sleepy. Oh, shade! Wow! Well, that's, exciting. Right? Where's my knife? Here's my knife. Chunk! Alright. Let's cook some fish. No, don't throw my fish on the floor! I can only cook 3, right? Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'll just eat this one. Jeez! Well, take care of yourself. Although I shouldn't have eaten that, because I don't want to sleep for very long. Okay, surely these are not going to burn, right? I could take just like a little nappy. Tea tiny little nap. Just a little sleepy. Oh, you're gonna be unfurloughed from your potato rotato roll? But I need you. Okay. That was well more than enough sleep for me. That's good. Alright, you guys, oh, it's burnt! Why you guys burn so fast? I slept for 20 minutes! Should've just cooked the whole salmon. I swear to God, I'm not usually this bad of a cook. Okay, okay. Where's any fish that I've left on the floor? You. Here. Delicious, delicious fish. These guys are still raw. Alright, even these... I completely forgot there was a shimmertail on here, so that's completely normal that it burned. I did not remember we had one. Alright, what's my heading here? This is alright. It's a little bit further to the north than I would like. Are we doing Slippy Shippy? I don't think so. Alright. Oh, you work in care in a 24-hour home? My mom used to do that. For quite a few years. Alright, fish. Are you burning fish? I no longer trust my fish. I'm gonna turn the light on. Yeah, okay. Like that a little bit better. Cooked! Cooked! Delish. Take it off before it burns. Get this on here. I guess I'll chop up the eel. Because I can wait a while to sleep. It's fine. Do I have space? No. Alright, give me this. Yummy. Are you done now? No. I don't want to cook these for that much longer, you know? I don't want to waste the wood. How many hours do I have? Ah, like 170 or something. Okay, I need more wood for this guy. I gotta check my course. We'll take a reading with the quadrant. Where's my quadrant? Here it is. I now remember that we didn't label our last reading. Oh, I can see the North Star so clearly. You'll love to see it. Heading toward 36. That's understandable. We've been kind of going a little bit horizontal. Alright, current. I do need to sleep. I'm gonna fill this up again. The water in the ship has basically been managed by the scuppers, so not super worried about it. Alright, those will be cooking. Whoopsie. How are you doing, buddy? You're still raw. So, take a look at this. We read 35. We did stay, basically, on this path. So we are going to be about here-ish. Let's actually label these, huh? This was the noon reading. I erased some of these, that's why we're skipping a day. And this was our reading just now. I just always say 2400 because it's nighttime and I only read it once, so. We are quite far north now. Don't want that. Having a really hard time balancing this out. That's okay. Would you guys not be raw anymore? Alright, this is cooked. I do really need to sleep. I don't want to burn these eel. Because when I sleep next, I'm gonna sleep for a while. I don't mind the smoked fish sitting here, but I'd rather not waste the eel. Sleeping for a while sounds nice. Can you crash into an island while sleeping? Does the game allow that? Absolutely. You absolutely can, and it will wreck your ship. Possibly beyond recovery. So yeah, you can. I mean, this is a real sailing sim, so yep, you can run into islands, you can get stuck, you can run aground, you can run into other ships. Okay, guys, I'm not... I can't wait anymore. I suppose I could, like, take these off so that they don't burn. But I have to sleep. Can a whale capsize you? I don't know if the whales can hurt the ship. But yes, you can flip the boat. You can capsize. The waves can capsize you and you will sink. And it costs a lot of money to get your ship back. Everything will be destroyed, like all your possessions and all that. I don't think I've ever had a whale hit the hull to know. But I have run into, like, overturned little rowboats, and those do hurt the hull. Alright, that's enough sleep for me to just check the heading real quick. That's fine. Or at least good enough. I don't want to mess with it and make it worse, so... The rowboat's not just attached to you. That's funny you mentioned that, Sanjo, because I do have a picture of me or my ship with like one of those boats just wedged into me, and there was like no way that I could get it out. I did also have an NPC in their boat hit me once, and they were just dedicated to ramming their way through me. So I'm gonna adjust that just a little bit. We're not gonna sleep for that much longer. My ship is starting to fill up. It's getting a bit more damaged. That means you're winning. But anytime I tried to get that NPC ship off of me, the guy just like sailed harder. It's like, dude, if you just leave me alone for a second. Alright, how is this? Yes, I like this. I like this. Okay. Me eel. How are you? Fresh. Okay, fine. I will put more wood in this smoker. Jeez. I need to check the direction of the wind, but we might be able to put out some squares depending. I didn't want to move that in that manner. Okay, that has 3. Can start cooking this. Wind direction favorable once again. Let's square it up. The wind isn't strong enough for me to need to worry about doing the tops before doing the mains on this one. Because if you just do all of the sails on the front of the ship, then obviously the front is gonna dip if the wind is really strong, but we don't really need to worry about that right now, so... We looked at the exact angle of the wind. It's pretty... I'm just gonna basically put us dead center. It's not... Well, that was a little bit too overcompensating. That's fine. Alright, none of these are done. I really need to actually bail my ship now. Alright, we'll do that. And then we get to our morning bailing session. Every day, you love it. I also drop that bucket every day. We must eject the milk. Then we will take our day reading. And we will see how an overnight course eastward has helped us to get back on track. Whoopsie. Me ship! Me ship! Let me on me ship! Come back to me, me ship! Okay. I'm on me ship again. I Leroy Jenkins right off the side. If I could catch up to it though, kinda disappointed at the speed. Because, I mean, look at the water, right? Wind speed not super impressive right now. But at least it's following, so... that's a nice change of pace. But okay, once we take our reading for a noon, we will call it a day. We are not in any way close to being able to see land. That's okay. We had just immense winds coming out of Gold Rock City that just rocketed us forward, but obviously that was not going to be sustainable, so... Shade. Shade, I will ban you. Have I burned my eel? I have not. And what about these? Smoked. Get off here. Smoked. Beautiful. And I do still have an eel. I have to fill Chevil's role just a little. I don't know if Chevil's gonna be around for a bit since daylight savings time. I don't know how that compares anymore. Why not Oakham? Just because last week we voted that at that point last week we weren't gonna use Oakham because it was funnier to watch me struggle. I have Oakham though. In fact, I think it's still sitting on deck. I know, I need to take a drink of water. Just let me catch a fish first. Without a bilge pump? Exactly. Without a bilge pump. Alright, well now we're cruising. You can see in our wake here. I hear a whale! I would love for an eel to join my other eel. Oh, I don't need this light on anymore. This light is so much more comfortable. I think it's random encounters, if I am remembering correctly. Yeah, it's pretty nice. There he is. Sometimes they get real close, and it's nice. I don't super love how the wind has shifted, but it is what it is, you know? Can you fish them? Not to my knowledge. I'm gonna save this. Well, I'm pretty hungry. An eel does a ton for your bar, so... That's still raw, but it's like almost cooked. I didn't get to this piece of eel in time, sadly. Oh, shoot. Oh no, this isn't even close. Okay. What was I gonna do? Fish some more is what I was gonna do. But I don't have a hook. Doink. Yeah, we'll take our noon navigational reading and then we shall say goodbye for the week. But, like I said, I will be back on Friday, just not here. I will be at the link, which I might still have in my clipboard. Let me see. Yes, I will be here doing part of this schedule. I am the opening runner, so should be a lot of fun. It's probably $5 to pet pickles. I don't know what CJ has set it at, but... Alright, let's throw you onto the smoker. Get that going, because those eels are going to take a long time, and my eels are rotten. Excuse me. Yoink. Oh, I can't drop it right now. I don't want to eat a rotten eel. Get out of my hands. Get out of my hands. Fine, I'll eat it. I know, it takes me way down, but it was glitched into my hands, so had to eat it to get it out. YouTube is the same. YouTube is the same. I will consume you, good friend, to make up for the eel that I just ate. Yeah, I can throw one more piece on here, I guess. How close are we to noon? Somewhat. Can I catch a fish in this time? No, cast, please. I don't have forever. Well, thanks. Yeah, I literally just use YouTube for my VODs. And they're not even, like, caught up. I have, like, a 6-month delay in VODs. Okay, I cannot wait this long for a fish. Oh, here we go. Okay, that works. Because I want to throw something else on the smoker so as not to... Or, like, to maximize efficiency of my firewood. Are you cooked now? Yes. Oh. Smoke it up. And let's see our sun compass. Alright, we should... by the way, you can tell your latitude from this as well. We just haven't really been using it for that. These horizontal lines, the tip of the shadow is pointing a little bit above the 35 line, above being like heading toward 40, pointing toward me. You know, toward the bottom. So that shows us we're at like 36-ish. So it's another way that you can kind of double check your work here. Okay. I have imprinted that in my brain. Now give me a second to do the math. We will double check it against the chronometer and the chrono compass together. 246, yep, right about 36. That checks out. And it's still like 3-ish. What's our current? Yeah, we're heading more north. Thanks, Shade. Alright. Let me make that note real quick. This is day 6. We were heading, for the vast majority of this time, we were heading we are at 36. Like, here. We haven't moved very far. But I would like to move more eastward, which will kind of be nice for the wind. But anyway, let's see who is streaming that we could go and visit. That is my Discord. That is unhelpful. Alright. Shen is streaming Minecraft. Leland Deshin streaming Ranger's Path. Don't know what that is. Sadly, Mike is not streaming this week. Boat! Hello, Dragon Sage! I'm sorry you've caught us just as we are leaving. I feel like we've recently raided Mutt. TGH, how long has he been streaming? 3 hours? Just about done with a run, looks like, sadly. How about Mutt? I know, we've been to Mutt somewhat recently, but... Okay, Mutt is 1 hour into a Final Fantasy IX run. That is not going to be over anytime soon, so... Yeah, sorry, Dragon Sage, but thanks for hanging out, everybody. Uh-oh. Gold Lars, you got me! Right in the final moments. You've done it! Oh, give the lizards a treat. Thank you. I don't know why the camera is not following Mort. He is here. I will show you that he's here. Because the camera is supposed to track his movements. Hi, Mort. He is right there. So, I will give him a treat. I will give it to him with dinner. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. Oh god, did the wind just change? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, Christ. Hold it. The wind has shifted. We are now going backwards. Anyway, say hi to Mutt when you get over there. Stay safe, everybody. I will see you on Friday if you choose to come out, hang out for Speed Ducks / Speed Ducks. I will be playing Pathless All Bosses. And if I don't see you, have a wonderful weekend, everybody.
Yo, Sable, thanks so much for the raid. How's it going, everybody? How are you guys doing? It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good week so far. Hello, hello. I was their good friend? There's no way he said good friend. That's just a lie. Now he's posting misinformation in his videos. Good friend? Holy smokes, I don't know about that. You probably can't trust any of the information in the video. Hey, what's up, Coca Loco? Coca Loco. What I'm adding letters to your name. Coca Loco Loco Loco. Eco Loco. Coca Loco. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I afterwards I was like, okay, I see how this is supposed to go. I was like, I feel like there's supposed to be a divide